Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your reliable source for breaking developments in global currency changes, including updates on the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. As of the current date in the USA, we have an urgent and historic update that could signal the official start of the revaluation we've all been waiting for. Fixed exchange rates are now active within major U.S. banking systems, including at institutions like Chase and Wells Fargo. This is not a rumor or another unverified post from forums. These details are coming from verified banking channels, indicating that the revaluation process has officially moved into implementation. If you've been holding IQD or VND and waiting for a confirmed moment, now is the time to pay full attention. In just the last 48 hours, internal confirmations from Chase Bank and Wells Fargo reveal that both the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong have locked-in fixed rates. Although these new rates have not yet appeared on public banking screens or apps, they are fully live within internal systems, particularly accessible for Tier 1 and Tier 2 clients. For reference, based on reliable financial data, the Iraqi dinar is now set internally at $3.91 per IQD, and the Vietnamese dong is showing a fixed rate of $0.47 per VND. These rates match long-standing projections made by currency analysts and private financial circles, marking a major turning point in this journey. What this means is simple. The revaluation isn't coming, it's happening. These fixed rates are not placeholders or simulations. They are currently active and being used in controlled banking environments. Internal redemption appointments have already begun, and test exchanges are being processed under legal non-disclosure agreements with high-net-worth individuals. This is not the phase where everyday investors gain public access, but it is the final stage before public rollout. Or period, referred to by financial insiders as the transition window, is where institutions prepare for the broader exchange release. During this transition, U.S. banks are testing infrastructure, training employees, setting internal audit systems, and aligning with agencies like the U.S. Treasury, IMF, and World Bank. It's a high-security process designed to ensure that the entire global financial network can handle millions of transactions. While retail customers haven't been activated yet, the presence of these rates in the back end confirms that full access is just around the corner. Things begin with their largest clients, that's normal, but public availability always follows shortly after. So what can you do now? Start organizing your documentation. Double-check that your IQD and VND are stored safely. Gather your receipts, proof of purchase, and ensure they are accessible. Banks may require these documents before any exchange. Avoid speculation when contacting your financial institution. Just ask about currency exchange processes for Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong. Stay calm, focused, and professional. While your app may not yet show updated rates, rest assured, the systems behind the scenes are now activated. Now, let's address the most common question. If the fixed rates are real, why aren't they showing publicly yet? That's because public-facing rates on bank screens, mobile apps, and websites are always the final step. Before that happens, banks must ensure system-wide readiness through secure channels such as SWIFT networks, liquidity monitoring, and compliance approvals with federal institutions. Only after these final verifications are complete will the rates appear for general access. So, if you're not seeing the rate yet on your mobile banking app, don't panic. This doesn't mean it's delayed, it simply means the public release is being carefully staged, and you're in the final stretch. Another major sign that confirms we're entering the final activation phase is the presence of real test exchanges already happening behind the scenes. Trusted insiders have confirmed that banks are conducting limited redemption appointments with select clients. These are not simulations. They are live redemptions processed under strict audit protocols and legal agreements. These internal transactions are used to verify tax procedures, compliance checks, and digital systems under actual financial loads. And so far, they are running smoothly, which signals that the public window is near, possibly just days or even hours away. But with opportunity comes risk. The confirmation of active fixed rates has, unfortunately, triggered a rise in scams and deceptive schemes. Now more than ever, it's critical that you exercise caution. Do not hand over your currency to unverified third parties, private exchange groups, or anyone promising you exclusive access to a better rate. Avoid offers that require mailing your currency or meeting in informal settings. Real banks do not operate this way. Only use licensed financial institutions or authorized redemption centers. If someone presents a special contract rate, make sure it's legal, notarized, and backed by written banking documentation. Let's also talk about taxes. With rates like $3.91 per IQD, a single transaction could lead to millions in returns and millions in potential tax obligations. Depending on your jurisdiction, those returns may fall under capital gains, income tax, or wealth tax rules. That's why this moment calls for smart planning. Schedule a consultation with a certified tax expert. Ask about forming legal trusts, charitable contributions, or structured payouts to manage and protect your gains. Don't make quick moves that could lead to heavy losses. Think long-term. It's not just about cashing in, it's about preserving and growing what you've earned. This revaluation also has bigger implications beyond individual returns. When major banks like Chase and Wells Fargo simultaneously lock rates, it reflects coordination at the global level. Institutions like the U.S. Treasury, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank are actively involved in this rollout. It's part of a broader initiative aimed at leveling trade disparities, supporting emerging markets, and transitioning the global financial system toward new equilibrium. What you're witnessing isn't just the revaluation of two currencies. It's part of a once-in-a-generation financial reset, and you are living it firsthand. So, what comes next? Based on the current insider reports, public rate screens may activate at any moment. Appointments are already being booked at selected banks. Early redemptions are underway behind closed doors. This is your moment to act. Don't wait for social media hype or someone else's confirmation. Be proactive. Review your documentation. Contact your financial institution's foreign exchange division. Get your questions answered. And most importantly, finalize your financial and security strategies now before the public wave begins. In conclusion, the activation of fixed rates for both the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong is no longer a future possibility. It's a present reality. Internal confirmations, test redemptions, and coordination at the highest levels all point to a public release that's imminent. If you've held on through the long wait, congratulations. The time to prepare is now. Don't let hesitation or misinformation hold you back. Protect your position, be wise with your decisions, and think long-term. Thank you for staying with Iraqi Dinar News. If this update was helpful, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share this information with fellow IQD and VND holders. We'll continue bringing you real-time developments, expert tips, and redemption guidance as this once-in-a-lifetime transition unfolds. Until next time, stay ready, stay informed, and stay focused on your future.